man tied his wife to a rope and abandoned her on a deserted island in order to claim her $10 billion fortune. He then sped off on a boat, but his wife wasn't afraid. She freed herself and gathered some tools. Unbeknownst to the man, she had secretly tied a rope from the boat to a rock on the island. As the boat picked up speed, the rope tightened and the boat shattered into pieces in an instant. However, the man survived. Meanwhile, his wife, who used to be an archer, crafted a makeshift bow and arrows from tree branches and rope, preparing to give her husband a deadly surprise. The man managed to swim to shore and began searching for her. He wandered into a cave and heard strange noises. When he turned around, he noticed skulls hanging from the ceiling. That's when he realized he had entered the territory of cannibalistic tribes. Terrified, he fled into the forest and soon spotted his wife. Before he could speak, an arrow whizzed past and pinned him to a tree. Another arrow followed. He ducked behind the tree to avoid it. His wife then climbed a rock, ready to leap and strike, but the man grabbed a stick to block her attack and narrowly escaped. As she closed in, he dashed deeper into the forest. The next morning, he crept up behind her and struck her on the head with a stick. As he leaned down to check her condition, a trap was triggered. He was hoisted upside down by a rope. The sound of his screaming woke his wife. Just then, they both heard footsteps approaching. He quickly dropped the stick and ran. The man looked up and saw the cannibals rushing toward him. Panicked, he flailed and eventually broke free, escaping by clinging to a vine. His wife, too, was fleeing the cannibals, but accidentally ran straight into their territory. Just when she was surrounded and about to be captured, a large hammer-like arm emerged from a cave and pulled her inside. It was her husband. In that moment, their animosity dissolved. They decided to escape together, but before they could get far, the cannibals shot them with poison-tipped arrows, rendering them unconscious. The tribe's chief, however, didn't want to eat them. He tied the wife to a wooden frame, intending to resurrect her as a fire goddess. The man was sealed inside a bucket and left as an offering to the water god. The bucket drifted toward a waterfall. Using every ounce of strength, he grabbed a rock and pulled himself out just in time. Disguising himself in tribal clothing, he infiltrated the camp, overpowered the chief, and kicked away the flames surrounding the offering. He rescued his wife, and they both made a run for it. At the edge of a high cliff, they jumped into the water below. The man dragged his wife to the shore, found a stick to support them, and finally, the two escaped from that nightmarish valley.